สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ปีเตอร์วันนี้เราอยู่เชียงใหม่กับอาจารย์ปีเตอร์นามสกุล
Vandemoortele
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์เป็นชาว
Belgium
เบลเยียม How long you been in Thailand อยู่ประเทศไทยมัน
15 years now
15 years
since exactly 15 years
ทำไม Why you come to Thailand
Why I had a friend who worked in Chiang Mai University
ครับ
He lived here a long time too and
Oh.
He left already He taught philosophy So I traveled in Indonesia I went to see the Papua You know the Papua Papua New Guinea So I actually sold a saxophone a Selmer 6 when I was young an old Selmer 6 for students they had it in the cellar and they เขาขายถูก So I'd like to have it I sold it to my friend for good price I mean it's hard to find with that money I traveled Indonesia Papua New Guinea and then I stopped to see my friend in Chiang Mai
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์มาเมืองไทยเมื่อ15ปีที่แล้วก็มาเที่ยวก่อนมีเพื่อนสอนปรัชญาอยู่ที่มช เชียงใหม่
ใช่นาน
แล้วก็ชอบเมืองไทย ก็เงินที่ได้ที่เอามาเที่ยวก็เอามาจากการขายแซกโซโฟนเซลเมอร์
Mark
ตอนนี้ทำงานที่ไหน
Payap
สอนอยู่ที่พายัพสอนวิชาอะไรบ้างครับ
สอนกีตาร์สอน harmony jazz harmony ear training on different levels different classes and ensemble but my main job is teaching guitar and harmony ear
classical guitar or jazz guitar
jazz guitar
สอนแจ๊สกีตาร์แล้วก็สอนแจ๊สฮาร์โมนีเอียร์เทรนนิ่งด้วยนะครับแล้วก็เล่นแจ๊สที่ไหนบ้างเดี๋ยวนี้
ตอนนี้เล่นที่พับเล็กๆ in Chiang Mai in the North Gate which is now becoming a little bit famous because doing the jams and the box
อ๋อเล่นนินมานเฮมินเล่น2ร้านนะครับที่ North Gate แล้วก็ที่ The Box How do you start to play guitar เริ่มต้นเล่นกีตาร์ไง
was a present from a friend of my parents gave me a guitar actually my parents gave me the guitar through a friend classical guitar
when was that
I was 13 maybe
เริ่มเล่นกีตาร์ตั้งแต่อายุ13เป็นของขวัญกีตาร์ได้มา
yeah
right
that's right yeah I studied music before because we had to go in Belgium you don't have to go but you have a good music system for kids you can go after school you can study music on
for free
by professionals for almost free it's sponsored by the government so you study twice a week I had to study for my father he said I didn't like it at that time I hated it
ก็ที่อาจารย์ปีเตอร์บอกที่เบนเยียมนี่คือหลังเลิกเรียนเนี่ยจะมีโรงเรียนสอนดนตรี
two times a week or one time a week
สอนอาทิตย์ละ2 ครั้งหรือว่าครั้งหนึ่งแล้วก็เรียนเกือบจะฟรีทั้งหมดแล้วก็สอนโดยอาจารย์ที่ดีมีมาตรฐานแล้วก็อาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็เรียนพ่อ
but they don't allow you to take an instrument from the beginning that's the boring part I mean you want to play guitar or whatever but you could not you have to study solfège so you're sitting there reading notes for kids I mean I was still young I was like 8 years old I mean it's not fun reading do re mi fa sol singing it and you have to pass the grade if not you cannot take an instrument so it's quite tough it's hard but
it's good
it's good but tough
ที่เบนยิมก็คือถ้าจะเรียนดนตรีเนี่ยจะต้องเรียนโซเฟตก็คือเรียน ear training
not ear training
not ear training the
singing
solfège
reading solfège reading the notes and
ร้องตามโน้ตแล้วออกเสียงใช่ไหมถึงจะเริ่มเล่นดนตรีได้เสียงมาก so you have good ear now
it's okay
I have really bad ear
ears developing it's the most important thing in music I think you can only play what you hear you can only go that far I mean you can play everything but it's not going to be really from inside if you really can play what you hear that's our ultimate goal right that's what we're looking for as musicians we want to play what we hear inside I hear so many musicians they play what their fingers tell them to do but they don't play from here so hearing is really
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์บอกการได้ยินเป็นเรื่องสำคัญสำคัญมากๆ so what do you think of if someone don't have any ear training experience but they know how to do
they can still do it some people have good ears and they can you don't need an academic training to be a good musician that's not necessary but it can help a lot because we know how to train students to hear things we have the tools but some people I'm sure I mean many musicians and great musicians who must have good ears before they can really play that well, right? You know, there's so many.
Yeah.
There weren't any schools. I mean, if you're talking about jazz, there weren't many schools for the big masters. And if there were, they usually quit school. You know? They were not interested in going to school like Miles Davis. He just quit Juilliard.
ก็อาจารย์ปีเตอร์พูดลักษณะหมายความว่าให้ความสำคัญเกี่ยวกับเรื่องการได้ยิน right? การได้ยินเป็นสิ่งสำคัญที่ทำให้เราสามารถพัฒนาวิธีการเล่นของเราได้ แต่ว่าบางคนก็ไม่ต้องการเนื่องจากอาจจะมีพรสวรรค์ right? They know what they're doing.
They can do it. They train themselves to hear. You can train yourself to hear, right? If you, I mean, you can play by ear. It's a good way to learn. Copying by ear. After a while, you get really good at it, I think. That's the way they learned in the old days, I guess.
And how do you learn to play jazz? เริ่มเล่นดนตรีแจ๊สตั้งแต่ได้ยังไง
ไม่ได้เล่นตั้งแต่เด็ก
เล่นคลาสสิกก่อน
เล่นคลาสสิกก่อนแล้วก็เล่นclassic, only classic. I started playing later on when I started playing electric guitar, rock guitar. No, I wasn't interested in jazz. I was interested in rock, pop, blues, Jimi Hendrix. And then I heard We Want Miles. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Marcus Miller on bass. Mike Stern on guitar and Miles on trumpet. You know, and it opened my world because I said, what is this? Is this jazz too? That's what I want to do because they were going so much further than the blues you play. I mean, blues is blues, that's it. It's this feeling and it's a blues scale and a few tricks and it's nice, but I wanted to know what these guys were doing. So that We Want Miles was my opener to study jazz, and then I went to school, private schools.
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็เริ่มต้นจากดนตรีพ็อปบลูร็อกมาก่อนหลังจากนั้นนี่ก็มาเจออัลบั้มของ Miles Davis ชื่อ We Want Miles ก็
Live.
มี Marcus Miller, Mike Stern, and then
Afonso Mousson maybe on drums, I don't know.
ใครก็แล้วแต่ไปหาเอง แล้วก็เป็นจุดเริ่มต้นให้ธรรมชาติอาจารย์ปีเตอร์สนใจแจ๊ส And then how do you get into jazz guitar? I mean, how do you really
study
private school?
I went to see teachers. I went to a private school because you cannot just go into school. You need to study first. So I went to see a few people. And there was in Antwerp we had actually I had to study. Leaving high school and I studied industrial design. So I left to another city, a bigger city, Antwerp, and they have a music school there. So I took lessons there once or twice a week.
And then
this took all my time. After a while, I didn't really want to study anymore, and I went home. That time passed, and I really decided to. I was playing already before in high school, and we did concerts, and I had already a little bit experience with not jazz, but I really wanted to go into jazz, and I told my parents that I want to quit, and they were not happy.
So how do you have any approach? How do you learn the tune? How do you play over the chain? มีหลักมีวิธีเรียนเพลงแจ๊สยังไง
It's all everybody. I think every teacher basically says the same, tells the students the same things, right? What do you tell them? Scales, chords, inversions, arpeggios. I mean, you need to know all these things before you can really try to do something, right? So you have to start with basics.
Do you play with metronome 2/4?
Yeah. On 2/4, I used to, but not anymore. Not anymore. I don't know. You think it's important? at your level, you think it's important to do 2/4? You can switch between one and
I did that a lot. I mean, I sometimes put the metronome on 4.
Yeah, that's fun too.
On 1 or whatever, you know.
As long as you have an internal time,
yeah.
you can do whatever you want. That's what you need to develop.
Yeah.
The timing and the phrases of 4 and 8 and something you really need to develop. So basics, how to learn a piece. There's so many things involved, scales, but like we said, rhythm and these feeling phrases in blocks is very important, because many students get confused when really playing, improvising. They don't know where they are because they don't feel 4 measures or 8 measures. You have to feel that. You know?
I think it's very important. For me, it's rhythm is come first. You have to
Me too.
make measurements in space to make it. You know exactly where it is.
For me too.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Sound and rhythm.
Yeah, and the note come later. You can know exactly where you are. And then, you know. คืออาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็บอกว่าเบสิกการเรียนก็เหมือนปกติทั่วไปก็ต้องเรียนสเกลเรียนอาร์เพจิโอเรียนฟอร์มเพลงแต่ที่พูดถึงเมื่อกี้คืออาจารย์ปีเตอร์พูดถึงเรื่องริทึมคือผมถามว่าซ้อมกับเมโทรโนมที่จังหวะ2กับ4หรือเปล่าอาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็บอกก็เคยทำแต่ว่าปัจจุบันไม่ได้ทำแต่ก็บางครั้งก็ทำแล้วก็ที่พูดต่อมาก็พูดกันหมายถึงว่าความสำคัญของการที่เวลาเราจะอิมโพรไวส์แล้วเราต้องรู้ว่าเฟรมของเพลงมันเป็นยังไงเช่น4 บาร์8 บาร์16 บาร์32 บาร์อะไร24ว่ากันไป and then how do you improvise you with chord tone with what
Sorry, I think I touched the microphone.
How you improvise? Do you use the tradition bebop thing in closer, or you use the
before now, or what did
before?
How do I improvise? Learning to improvise?
Yeah, how you learning to improvise?
I don't know. There's so many things that you can that you need to learn. If I would learn an altered scale, for example, I remember from before, I would just record and just play just one chord and just play an altered chord and just play for 10 minutes to 20 minutes non-stop, just getting the scales, getting the sounds. I did what I did. I have a diary, a little diary, and I wrote everything down, what I did, what I want to do, what I feel, how I felt. Sometimes really things nothing to do with music. I still have it here.
ก็อาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็พูดว่าหมายความว่าช่วงแรกๆก็เรียนอาจจะอิมพรไวส์ด้วยสเกลด้วยการอัดคอร์ดแล้วก็อิมพรไวส์คอร์ดสเกลในคอร์ดนั้นแล้วก็แต่ที่สำคัญคืออาจารย์ปีเตอร์เขาจะมีแบบเหมือนล็อกบุ๊กเป็นไดอารี่คือจดทุกอย่างซ้อมอะไรเป้าหมายในการซ้อมเป็นยังไงแล้วก็รู้สึกอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับทำไว้ตั้งนานแล้ว
I wish I could show you this. It's great. It's great. I mean, what I did at some point, I mean, it's confusing, all these scales. I mean, for me, it's...
I have that too.
It's so confusing, all these scales, how you incorporate that. It takes a while, right? For us, when you start playing, you say, wow, do I have to know all these scales? One song, all these scales? How am I going to do that?
I make a tape. For me, I make a tape like a improvise over standard. One tune for like a half hour without chord, and then play that, and then come for me for myself. I make like a lot of cassette tape.
I did that too.
It's fun.
But the way I think you have to, as a guitarist, you have to visualize the fretboard. For me, it helps. So I made these scales. We tapped like 6 lines on กระดาษทรายใช่ไหม transparent paper. You know what I mean, right? So you made so when you put another scale on top of it, you can see what notes are different. You see how they move, how they go from one place to another. That helped maybe a little bit.
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์อธิบายให้ฟังว่าวิธีมองหัดฟิงเกอร์บอร์ดก็คือจะ visualize คือมองสเกลฝึกเขียนลงบนกระดาษแล้วก็ใช้กระดาษใสแผ่นใสใช่ไหม
แผ่นใส
ทาบบนฟิงเกอร์บอร์ดว่าสเกลมันเป็นยังไง
ไม่คือเขียนสเกลบนเ
ขียนสเกลบน
แล้วก็ใช้สีด้วย
คือ There's a lot of work
นั่นแหละสีมันทำที่หลังเพราะว่าผมรู้สึก altered scale มันเป็นสเกลที่แปลก for beginners if you don't know altered scale it's really weird to has different colors right if you play that was I think it was green the flat 13 on the Dev 7 chord I made it a color because I was reading about people talking about colors and music and tones, you know. So I thought too, and it could help me.
And
too.
Okay, let me try this. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
You hear color?
I don't hear color. No, I wish I could.
You see the color?
For me, it was just a way to.
Because sometimes
you're playing different notes now. I was right.
You hear this?
I don't hear color. I'm not saying that I hear color. It was a way for me to visualize the scales on paper, on the fingerboard, so I know where the flat 13 is, and I try to hear the colors, but I never could do it. Actually, it's something psychologists deal with. Some people they have a disease which they see colors in every thing they do. It's not. I want to cultivate that disease. It didn't work.
Okay, let me try this. So, when you play
this chord,
like I'm go through the.
What you hear?
You hear this like as a G.
Not really.
Right?
No, I don't know. No. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. What's your question? If I hear it as a G7 output?
Yeah, you depends.
Depends. It also depends on the context.
How they move.
How they move, and if you're in a C minor context, of course you will hear it as that chord. You will hear it as an altered chord.
Yeah, because
G7.
I actually
if you take it out of the context, it's harder.
Because recently I play a tune, so I harmonize the tune like this.
What is it?
Yeah, this one better.
So you're composing now?
No, this is My Funny Valentine.
Okay, I thought you were composing on the spot.
So how do you deal with it if someone play harmony like this? So you follow this by ear or just?
I have to, I think.
Right.
Well, if we would play My Funny Valentine now, and you would play these chords, I'm gonna have to try to follow you. But I'd rather have in music. I'd rather you telling me a little bit before, because I mean there's a lot of you can hear a lot of things, but doing it and improvising at the same time,
it's hard.
It's a lot. I mean, you need to be very. I could improvise on it, but it's gonna be.
I have one game. Okay, I'm gonna play chord.
I told you he's gonna do an examination.
No, just a game, just for fun. So I'm gonna play major 7 minor 7 minor 7 flat 5 no altered.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna play chords.
Yeah, and then you just improvise. You happily, I mean, you have to hit the first beat same time with me, like yeah, and play. And you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If not right, you have to move half step. Can we try that?
And you go any key you want.
Yeah. Just
you have no context.
you play chord.
Huh?
Then.
I'll play a chord.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look at you too.
You ready?
Okay. Count.
The chord is
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's very good. And then you go to the next chord.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was good. That note was good.
Keep going. Every 4 beats. Change it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it.
It's fun.
And what's the point?
The point is
To try to hear.
so. I mean,
You can only play one note.
yeah. So I learned this from my teacher. This is a game. We do this. So
So you develop an
the instinct.
instinct. Yeah.
Because actually, if you deal with the harmonies, if you hit the wrong note, you slide half step, you get one, and then you develop that
note, yeah.
sense of the sense of the what's that
The
called?
leading of the
movement.
The movement, yeah.
And then make it so easy when you start to improvise.
Yeah.
I think this
But also, yeah.
it's fun.
So I'm next.
Okay, you play. You play the note, I play the
You
chord.
count.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, sorry. Get it.
That's fluk.
It's fun, see? This is the other way to do it. อันนี้เล่นเป็นเกมสนุกครับเมื่อกี้เห็นอาจารย์วิเตอร์พูดถึงเรื่องวิธีได้ยินเรื่องอะไรผมก็นึกขึ้นมาได้ว่าผมเคย
Who taught you that game? Who was the
this what
yeah?
Big Goodrick
Ami Goodrick taught you this one. Yeah.
is a game that we play.
Must be fun studying with Mick Goodrick.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah. I like his book.
The advanced guitarist.
Yeah, the advanced
that's
guitar.
like a Zen guitar book. Zen guitar book. Okay. แต่งเพลงอาจารย์วิเตอร์แต่งเพลงด้วย
แต่งเพลงชอบแต่งเพลง
มีเพลงเยอะไหมครับที่
ก็มีเยอะ
How do you do it? How
There
do
are
you
many
compose?
many ways, you know, right? You can start with the bass line, you can start with the melody, you know. I could just start with this melody, right? And just da 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 ba ba. If you train in harmony, you will hear it. You hear
the move.
the chords under it, maybe different chords, but you hear something. It's like when you play Michel My Belle, you sing it, people hear chords right away. It's the same thing. Musicians, when you hear, da, 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 I hear chords. In this case, I hear. I think I hear. And it's right. So you can test yourself. You try the chord, try. But you can change it, right? This is one way of composing, but you can start with. I used to play a bass. It's just a cycle, and I record it. You can put it on a loop. It's a cycle of, I mean, I don't know, 8 bars maybe. And then compose a melody on top of it.
Okay.
That's another way to compose. It's one of my older things.
ปีเตอร์พูดวิธีแต่งเพลงให้ฟังก็คือบางครั้งก็ขึ้นมาด้วย
First, melody. Melody is important, right? Melody, and try to hear the harmonies. The piece we played before wasn't written like that. That came as a. It's so simple that you can actually you compose the melody and the harmony together at the same time because there's not really. It can happen like that too.
Do you have any your ชอบมือกีตาร์แจ๊สชอบใคร
I knew you were gonna ask me that question.
I have to ask.
Look, I like Kurt Rosenwinkel. I just discovered him only maybe.
Who?
Not Kurt Rosenwinkel. I like him. What else?
Kurt Rosenwinkel.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I like his style. It's very natural, very. Yeah, you can go with the flow. You can really hear he's telling a story. I wrote some things down here. Musicians, Nelson Veras. You probably don't know that guy. Nelson Veras is a Brazilian guitarist. A young guy, but it's quite good. It's not that I don't listen to him a lot, but I think he's really worth mentioning. Because we always talk about the same old guys, Pat Metheny, John Scofield, Bill Frisell. Of course, they're important. They were, but now, I mean, it's maybe there are many other guitarists. I mean, I like everybody. Everybody is good. Yeah, I like Scott Henderson. You see him play, it's good. I'm not gonna play like him, but I mean, you have to be good to become such a level. I mean,
Do you think it's very important to develop your sound?
Oh yeah.
คือผมคำถามคือคิดว่าสำคัญไหมที่จะต้องมีซาวด์สไตล์ของตัวเอง
It's not just the sound. It's also the way you phrase. It's everything, right? You know very well. Of course, it's important. I don't want.
I expect people more to have, like they have original thing more than skill thing.
Sometimes people say, Peter Lynn, Scofield guitar, and you say you're gonna sound like John Scofield. I said, yeah, maybe it's true, but if you hear me play, I don't think I think you can hear it's not John Scofield because it's lousy. No, I mean it's more than that. It's not just the guitar; it is
the touch,
the way the placement of the rhythm. You know, how you play with rhythm, how you develop things. I mean, everybody's personal.
How many guitar do you have?
Not so many. I want some more. No, really. It's I use this one all the time, and I want to try something else. I want to try something. I'm amazed how good these cheap guitars are sometimes. You know, copies of this. You play them. It wasn't like 30 years ago. Usually, these guitars weren't so good, but now they're really cheap and good. You know, it's amazing. So I would like to buy something like that, a similar one. But I have in Belgium, I have a Taylor, which I would like to bring here. Taylor acoustic. A Fender Strat. I have a flamenco guitar, a handmade flamenco guitar, which I like. I have classical guitars. I have Honor. That one. Not as much as you, Golf.
อาจารย์ปีเตอร์มีกีตาร์เยอะนะครับ ไม่บอกยังอยากได้อีกมีประมาณหนึ่งแต่ก็อยากได้อีก
อยากได้ multi act เหมือนกันอยากได้ nylon string
โกแดง
Goden multi act
ฉันอยากจะลองกีตาร์ใหม่ๆบ้างโอเค one last question
last question
yeah do you have anything เดี๋ยวผมต้องพูดอย่างนี้ก่อนคืออาจารย์ปีเตอร์เนี่ยหลายคนอาจจะไม่รู้จักแต่จริงๆอาจารย์ปีเตอร์เนี่ยอยู่สอนที่พายัพแล้วก็ผมว่าสำหรับผมเนี่ยเป็นมือกีตาร์ที่มีซาวด์เป็นของตัวเองมีสไตล์ที่น่าสนใจแต่อาจจะไม่เป็นที่รู้จักแต่ว่าถ้าใครอยู่ที่เชียงใหม่ก็แนะนำให้ถ้าสนใจแจ๊สกีตาร์ก็มาเรียนกับอาจารย์ปีเตอร์ก็ได้แล้วก็ไปดูที่นอตเกตหรือใครขึ้นมาเชียงใหม่มาดูอาจารย์ปีเตอร์เล่นก็มีอะไรจะบอก
เรื่องดนตรี
ใช่คิดว่าดนตรีแจ๊สในประเทศไทยดีขึ้นไหม
yeah
ใช่ไหม
I remember coming here in the beginning there was nothing they hired me but they told me you better teach classical guitar I said I want to teach jazz too I said yeah but you should teach classical guitar I mean I could play classical guitar but it's not really what I wanted to do and there was nobody was really interested in jazz at that time meน้อยมากbut the last 5 I think maybe more than 5 especially the last years it's been going up in Chiang Mai a lot musicians come here there are lots of places where people play before there was really nothing there was Ajante used to play had a club that was the only club in Chiang Mai that I remember it was in do you remember that and then
ใช่
Centran Baritone I think it was called and then a few other places the Riverside sometimes they have jazz but now you can go many places and there's jams and musicians hear it I mean sometimes musicians from Bangkok come here and they come to jam I like it I hope it's gonna boom even more I hope so we'll see so what
อาจารย์วิกเตอร์บอกว่าในช่วงที่ผ่านมาเนี่ยละ2-3 ปีที่ผ่านมาก็คิดว่าวงการแจ๊สดีขึ้นก็ขอบคุณมากครับก็ขอบคุณอาจารย์วิกเตอร์มากครับ
Fade out.